San Antonio has a rich history when it comes to social justice and civil rights. While Cesar Chavez made many visits to San Antonio, there was one key meeting that took place here in San Antonio at the Mexican-American Unity Council in 1979. It was at that meeting that my father, the late Jaime P. Martinez, introduced Cesar Chavez to the community at large. Leaders from across the community came together to listen to a very important message from Cesar Chavez. It was during the Chiquita banana boycott that was going on, and there at that meeting, you had leaders from the Catholic Church and Father Sherrill Smith. You had young council members and leaders from across the community, the labor union leaders, coming together to hear Cesar's message. It was a very tumultuous time for the farm workers during that time period, but it was at that meeting that sparked the interest of Cesar's message and how it resonated with us as a community. And so that meeting was very important for San Antonio. Fast forward to today, and we march in the thousands to celebrate an icon and hero in Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta.
Well, there was tension, but there was excitement when Cesar was around. And I got to tell you that. And the people at the Mexican-American Unity Council were very tied in to then County Commissioner Albert Pena, who I helped in voter registration drives, along with Willie Velasquez in Southwest voter registration. So all of those things were networks that were being built up, but we were all connected. And you know why there was tension? Because it's the first time that the San Antonio City Council was ruled by a majority of minorities. 5 Mexican Americans and 1 African American. That was 6 out of 11. This was a tumultuous time. Every news media outlet was attacking us. That meeting at MOC with Cesar coming, I mean, we were all supportive of whichever direction Cesar wanted us to go and stuff like this, obviously. And the movement of trying to raise his presence, not only here in Texas, but as I said back then in the 70s of expanding beyond California, was so that Cesar had that recognition nationwide, and what his plight was, what his direction was in improving the livelihood of our farm workers.
And we're united, and we will continue to fight against injustices for justice on the job. Viva Morelia, viva Morelia. Now I was given the honor to introduce a brother that does not need any introduction, Mr. Cesar Chavez, United Farm Workers in California.
Why let me say that these men, women, and children, no one knows how many in the United States, but possibly 5-6 million of them, twice as them that they have this terrible conditions and they have this terrible exploitation.
I could feel the intensity of the meeting. I could feel that there was an importance about this meeting. And the place was crowded, and it wasn't just crowded, it was tight, you know. 40 years plus, I remember the intensity of that room.
Even though the movement is a nonviolent movement, even though we've demonstrated to the whole world that really it is the power of nonviolence that will help us and see us through. Even though we do that, you'll see time and again when they're challenged, when they're asked to meet their social responsibilities, from workers who have been their serfs, stand up and say, even though in the most kind way, we have special needs we need to be taken care of. That power structure, that mentality, that centuries, years, hundreds of years of a system gets shut and responds in a blind way. Destroy them. Those who dare want to make things, to change things for the better.
I felt an honor just to be in the room, and I thought, for the things that I worry about, he spoke of those immediate justice concerns that was there. But I also was so grateful that the work that he did with a commitment to nonviolence.
Whenever he would come over here, like he did in 77, rah, 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 it energized us. It gave us a new vision. It excited us about how else can we help improve. Because what those farm workers wanted, we wanted for our own gente here in San Antonio.